Players make decisions all the time. NBA stars make a boatload of money with apparel and shoes. Therefore, guys like Kevin Durant best served taking a little less to win more and shaping his legacy. Dak Prescott has all the data in the world now. He is saying he will not take a pay cut. He has all the data in the world. It is clear that in a salary cap league, the top 6 paid quarterbacks, none of them made the playoffs last year. Does Dak Prescott really believe that those 2 major endorsement deals, he's got one with yogurt and one with Campbell's soup, that he would have those if not for the Dallas Cowboys? Really? Does Dak Prescott believe that Zeke makes him better? That front 7 defensively puts him in better field position? And that Tyron Smith at left tackle has elevated his protection? Once data is provided to any American, then the choices are yours. Dak Prescott. Brady's not about his wife. It's not anything about that. Tom made a career decision pre-Giselle. I want to constantly restructure my deal because I want to win games. The question now, Dak, do you? By the way, there's a reason that Boston keeps beating Los Angeles in sports. Red Sox over the Dodgers, Patriots over the Rams. There's a reason their hockey team is generally better than the one out here. And there is a reason for all of this, because Boston is a city of steak and very little sizzle. That doesn't mean they didn't have Manny Ramirez. That doesn't mean Jason Tatum doesn't have some cool in his game. But the city of Boston, with crappy weather, windy, is academically driven, analytically driven. They have a little sizzle. They're 95% steak. Los Angeles is, of course, a sizzle town. And they got some steak too, but it tends to lean closer to 50-50 steak and sizzle. Rams were a lot of sizzle. In the Super Bowl, I didn't get a lot of steak. I got a lot of sizzle. I hear that all the time. Kyler Murray announced yesterday he's going to play in the NFL. I would not draft him as a franchise quarterback. I would not, but I do think he's a first-round quarterback. The NFL, the game has changed. There's more college offense in the pros. He has a very nice touch throwing the football, terrifically athletic. There are some red flags, though. Number 1, size. Okay, he's tiny. Number 2, only played 17 college games. Historically, that doesn't work. And, oh, yeah, there was this interview on the Dan Patrick Show. God, I felt sorry for Dan. The kid knew the question was coming, but would you want this to be the leader of your $3 billion franchise? Here you go. Do we have the Dan Patrick interview? Let's just say he was brutal and didn't answer questions.
Are you going to the combine?
I don't know.
Dad, is he going to the combine?
No comment.
Dad had no comment there. Pro day?
I mean, that's after the combine.
Yeah, you're going to do a pro day? Yeah? Yeah.
I guess if you would say yeah, I guess, yeah.
That's going to be the face of my $3 billion franchise. Knew that interview was coming and those questions were coming. Had to keep turning to Dad. Okay, he's tiny. Hasn't played many games. That ain't great. Okay, he's going to get drafted, and the NFL's changed, but I want to remind everybody of something. I see this with parenting. I see it with business. The NFL's in a very interesting place now. Is that people are giving up on their principles for sizzle. Big 12 guys run around. Colin, what about Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes at Kansas City is 95% steak. Yeah, occasionally he throws without looking. He is a 6'3", 228-pound rocket arm quarterback who is great from the pocket. That is all steak. Who's funny in front of a microphone, who's big and tall, who can run but would prefer to throw from the pocket. Don't tell me Patrick Mahomes is sizzle. Patrick Mahomes is about 5% sizzle. That kid is steak. He is big. He is strong. He's got a rocket arm. He is unbelievable in front of a microphone. I'd give my franchise to Patrick Mahomes any day of the week. That kid's a franchise quarterback. Okay, Kyler Murray's small, only played 17 games, and that interview is embarrassing. That's not on Dan Patrick. That is not on Dan Patrick. He's asking legitimate questions. That's on the kid. That's embarrassing. Okay, and let me just say this. This is happening in America now. I saw it in the NFL with Mitch Trubisky. Mitch Trubisky for the Bears has to run to be successful, will never be an elite thrower, and played 1 year of college. And the Bears drafted him number 1. None of those things say number 1 pick. I mean, Lamar Jackson at least went later in the first round, but Lamar has to run to be successful, will never be an elite thrower, and he became a first-round quarterback. Like, this is the way it works, folks. 6'3" or taller, prefer to throw from the pocket. Generally, less mobility is actually better because it forces you to learn the pocket game faster. Russell Wilson's an outlier. Russell Wilson ran too much early. And then about year 3, he totally committed to the pocket, and now he runs. But when Russell Wilson runs, it's all about throwing. He is keeping his eyes downfield. I'm going to throw, I want to throw, I want to throw. So Dwayne Haskins of Ohio State is the best quarterback in this draft. He's not athletic. He's just big, tall, and strong and throws the ball accurately. I'll just lay it out right here. I took Darnold over Baker, and I still think 10 years down the road, that's going to be the winning formula. I'll take Ohio State's quarterback. He doesn't run around. He doesn't need to run to be successful. He borders on unathletic. He's not really an athlete. In fact, when he runs, his accuracy dips. He can move a little to his throwing side. I'll take the Ohio State guy. I'll take the Ohio State. I'm going to go with a stake. I'm going with 6'4". I'm going with rocket arm. I'm going in the pocket. I'm going with a guy that's got no mobility. I'm taking Dwayne Haskins because I'm seeing this now happen all the time in America. But folks, the rules for parenting don't change. Don't give your kid a BMW at 16. Don't get your daughter enhancements at 16. Don't do that. I don't care what Twitter tells you to do. Love your kid. Go to bed early. Do your homework when you get home from school. Treat others like you like to be treated. Nothing in parenting changes. Be there for your kid, not out partying. Nothing changes with parenting. I don't care about Twitter. Keep them off it most of the time. And nothing changes for quarterbacks. Who's at the Super Bowl? Who runs the current dynasty? By the way, Drew Brees is not ideal height, but all the other things, accurate, pocket, workaholic, grown up, all the things I want, Drew Brees is. I wish he was 2 inches taller. And Kyler Murray's going to play in the NFL. I'm not saying that. And he's going to get drafted in the first round. I'm not saying that. But, man, I'm seeing NFL teams now, with Mitch Trubisky really jumped out to me, bail on long-held, understood beliefs. Just because football has changed a little, it hasn't changed a lot. Good tackling matters. Don't turn the ball over matters. I mean, all the stuff that wins the Super Bowls, be smart. Nope. The New England Patriots don't get penalized. Never fumble. Never get called for holding. Don't turn the ball over in the red zone. Don't give up many points. Are good with special teams. Are always among the best tacklers. Don't drop passes. That's how New England wins Super Bowls. They don't win Super Bowls because it's like, oh, they got this new crazy fangled Wildcat. That Wildcat didn't win squat. All right? And Mitch Trubisky couldn't win a playoff game. And Lamar Jackson was fun. He didn't win a playoff game. He didn't beat that team he was supposed to beat. He played the second time either. Steak over sizzle. Dwayne Haskins, my guy. Kyler Murray's going to get drafted 10 years down the road, may even have a better rookie year because nobody's going to know how to defend him initially. Nobody's going to know how to defend Kyler Murray when he comes in the league for the first 12, 15 games. They're going to be like, what? Good Lord. Where is that guy? I can't see him. But I'll take Haskins 12 years in. Joy with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This